I do not think, this is what I usually say, I don't think the essence of Rastafari is opposed to the essence of what Christianity is. And to me, that is love. I have been a priest for just a bit over a week. Yes.
How did your walk in Christianity start?
My walk with Christianity started with attending Darlington, St. John's Anglican Church in Darlington, Westmoreland, with my paternal great-grandmother. And sometime after that, because of age, she had to stop, so I started going to another church with my maternal grandmother. And I got baptized in that church, and I have been walking with the Lord ever since.
Which year did you get baptized?
95.
1995.
1995, yeah. I grew up for the first few years of my life with my mother and father. They separated, so that I then went to live with my maternal grandmother. And a few years after that, I went to live with some friends in Bluefields, Westmoreland. And I continued living with them until I went to college in Christiana. Then I went to study overseas and returned to Jamaica. Then came to Kingston in 2008.
So how did the dreadlocks come into play now?
How it came into play. Growing up, I had a lot of issues in relation to identity, loving myself. And also, I didn't have a very close relationship with my father after he left the home. And I grew up hearing that he was a Rasta. And when I went to Christiana in college, I actually had a very interesting experience. I went to the market one day and I just met a Rasta guy, Rastafari, and he said to me, "Hail King." And to me, in that very moment, everything changed. The challenges I had in terms of my love for self, perception of self, embrace of self, and so on, totally changed in that instant. So since then, I always wanted to grow my hair as an expression of that enlightenment, state of enlightenment that I came into at that point. Didn't start growing my hair though until 2011.
What was the inspiration behind doing that in 2011?
I think I had gotten to the place where I could make that decision on my own. Before I was concerned about what people would think, what family would think, what my workplace would think, and so on. And I actually spoke to my boss at the Bible Society of the West Indies, where I was coordinating the Jamaican Creole Translation Project. I asked him if it would be okay with me growing my hair because I had gotten to the point where I said, yes, this is what I want for myself, and I'm going to do it. So I got his blessing and I went. My aunt sent me some money from Cayman to do it. I locked my hair and I have not looked back since. People get kind of concerned because, okay, why is it not perhaps, plait your hair? Why we can just plait your hair as opposed to locking it? So what is the significance of locking your ton rasta? And I've, to some extent, had a struggle explaining that to people because growing my hair for me was not a style. It has never been a style. It's never been a fashion. It has always been a marker of identity and an expression of my appreciation for Rastafari and what it has done really to help me embrace myself and love blackness and become conscious of self and of other black selves.
Now, walk us through the journey on you becoming a priest. How did that happen?
When I graduated from Technical, I went to the Bible College in Christiana, and the view was that I would have become a pastor in the end. It would have been 3 years, I would have become a pastor. In Bible College, I learned that, being clergy is not the only way in which you can serve God and serve the church. I learned about Bible translation. So toward the ending of my time Bible College in Christiana, I got the opportunity to go to Britain to study for 3 years. There I focused on the biblical languages, courses relating to missions, etc. And so for a number of years, I went into Bible translation. That is why when I got back to Jamaica in 2007, 2008, I came to Kingston. And from 2008 to 2015, I worked at Bible Society West Indies, coordinating the Panther Bible, Jamaican Creole Translation Project. After that, I had a very sort of difficult period in terms of faith, a crisis moment, a crisis experience over a period of time. And it was toward the end of that period, that I started going back to church more often. I started to serve in the sanctuary, and my desire to serve God in terms of the ordained ministry came back to me. And I applied to attend seminary in 2016, 2017. I was in seminary. I graduated 2021, was ordained a deacon. That is last year, and this year, a year later, was ordained a priest.
How do you balance Rastafari and priesthood?
It's an interesting question. I do not think, this is what I usually say, I don't think the essence of Rastafari is opposed to the essence of what Christianity is. And to me, that is love. I know people have all sorts of ideas about what Rastafari is, but my observation, based on my studies, based on my conversation with Rastafari brethren and sisters, is that it's very diverse, but there are things that hold it together, which I believe are very consistent with the understanding that I have of who Jesus is and of what the church represents. We are called into a community to express love for neighbor and love for God. And to the extent that the church has, or any group at all, has failed to love, is the extent to which we have failed to be what we are meant to be. And I think Rastafari helped me to sort of see that very clearly, and to even better appreciate what it is that I find in the gospel.